So, here we are at the second match of the tournament. We have, I
think it's Josh versus
there's Josh versus Jay. I can't remember if they wanted a
Jay
username or not, so...
Josh is Josh, Jay is Jay.
It might surprise you, but
Josh
Tadako and Lily Jelly
peanut
weren't the
butter
real
or-
names of the previous contestants.
What?
Whoa, I know, right?
They named their children those
Yeah.
things?
What was that, Sam, you said?
Which side is Josh on and which side is Jay
So
on?
Josh is the beloved peanut butter, and Jelly is J for Jelly.
Yep.
But I guess Josh also begins with Jelly. So, I don't know.
And maybe for this game his name is Bosch or Posh for
Posh. Maybe.
It's
Oh,
P for peanut
Posh.
butter.
So, I think these are the youngest players in our tournament, right?
Yes, they were, yeah. They're both young teenagers. I don't think Jay had ever played the game before today. She practiced a lot before the tournament for an hour or so, and she really enjoys it, and she's pretty good at it.
Yeah, Josh is even younger, so...
Yeah, Josh had played a while before, though. He's played at least a few dozen matches.
So...
This is the traditional strategy that most people use, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
this is the traditional
yeah.
strategy. Like, make it nice and organized.
They're trying to optimize their space, which is good because you don't have to take a risk and extend out and capture more space. You already have that little bread fortress. But if somebody goes out and captures before you, then you're stuck in your own bread fortress. So.
And if both people play this way, this becomes a game who can build banks faster and more effectively.
Yeah.
We got some laser cannons on the field. Laser cannons...
I also think...
yeah.
Sorry. I also think it can become a game of who decides to pressure first and how prepared the other side is for that.
That's true, yeah, and how fast they can react.
How well they pressure,
Yeah.
too. Because if they go in with some weak units, it doesn't matter, and then they've wasted money.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors, so...
So, anyways, you were talking about the laser cannons?
Yeah, I thought about the laser cannons, and they're good against enemies with high HP. Maybe not the Roar Beetle. The Roar Beetle's kind of fast and has like a gigantic health pool. But it's very effective against the Bumblers and the Splares. It can be good against the UFOs, too, because the UFOs are kind of slow. But, yeah, one other thing to keep in mind, this version is not that was playing in the tournament. It will not be the same version of the demo that's available. So there were a couple of patches I made. I might be talking about those more as the tournament goes on.
Yeah, there are a few minor glitches and things, some feature changes.
And some balancing changes, too. Ooh, Beetles.
So Josh got out pretty early with those Psycrabs. I wonder how they'll do against Beetles. Beetles, we can see they prioritize chasing the player instead of any other units. Most units do that. The player's the first target, then the jar, then other units.
Actually, it goes the jar. Well, the jar if it's close
Look at
by.
those ants!
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite unit, ants.
Yeah,
Peanut
those...
butter ants. Peanut butter ants and jelly ants actually sound like they could be a tasty, like, candy.
If you feed an anthill enough peanut butter, you can experiment. You should try that and report
That's actually
back.
what
I'm
makes
not
them
gonna
change
do it.
colors, I guess, right? You feed them a peanut butter and they become,
Oh, gross.
and they'll fight for you.
I feel like you would just get a lot of fat little ants. Really unhealthy little guys.
We got some
Maybe
hive
they
minds
turn into
out.
ants on a log.
Yeah.
So, Jay's got 10 hive minds up, 11 I guess, but 10's all that really matters. And
Did you explain how hive minds work?
I did. I think the previous match I did, but in this case, so 10. There's 2 upgrades that the hive mind has in total, and the first upgrade increases flies attack. So each upgrade increases the fly's attack rate. For ants, it increases their health. For beetles, it increases their speed, and then for bumblers, it increases their attack power, not their rate of fire, but how much damage their stingers actually do. So the scariest upgrade's probably the ants, because giving them 1 more health doubles their HP. If you can look to the left there, the ants got hit and they were still alive, and
So it's looking like Jay's gonna win here, I think. She's got an impenetrable fortress of laser cannons right now, and she's way up on the income game. Josh does not have enough banks to compete. Looks like he's setting up some defenses, though, instead of some more income, which is an interesting choice. If I were him, I would be sending out some crabs or something to fight those turrets from a distance.
Yeah, Jay's making an impenetrable fortress right now.
Yeah, they're both going for overkill.
However, I must wonder how effective the laser cannons are in the situation, because they do have a slower fire rate than cannons. So they just do more damage per shot, but like Josh is using flies and ants, and they all have 1 HP regardless.
Mm-hmm. Until the upgrade.
And the ants are eating through the Jay's laser cannons pretty well.
Yeah. And that was a big attack by Jay there.
She could also sell most of her cannons.
Flies.
Oh, I think the flies got it.
Yeah, I think so too. Josh just does not have the income to fight.
And she doesn't
Josh
even have
in here. That's called hard, but he survived it for at least.
Wow. But I don't think he has. See, this map is interesting because you can't see what's in the middle of the stage that well. But from what we can see, Jay has way more control over the map.
Yeah, she's also still building things, and she just maxed out the hive mind, which is yet another improvement to those flies.
Oh, it literally had like 1 health left.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, there we go.
The first match.
Nice.
And here you can see the stats. And 253 laser cannons placed. Wow. I think there actually might be a glitch though, because it said she's built 55 hive minds. So I'll add that to the bucket of things to fix. So something's wrong with my counter. Because she definitely did not make 55 hive minds.
That's true.
Oh, so embarrassing.
So that was round one of... That was only round one, right? That was really long.
Yeah, that was only round one.
Wow.
But it did start the first, minute of the match, making banks. So.
Yeah, they almost had a truce there. I know when they were practicing, Josh was showing Jay how to play the game, and he likes to bend the rules a little bit and claim that he's going to give a truce for a minute or two and then rush before the time's up. So
he breaks that said truce.
Yeah, he always breaks the truce.
So this is the messed up pause screen. I've updated this for the current demo, so it actually looks like a pause screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a work in progress.
Someone else had to sneeze, maybe.
Yeah. And now Josh has sent some ants right away. Now we're in King's kitchen.
Ooh, wow, that ant actually got through 2 toasts. I thought it would get shot.
Yeah, but sometimes this depends on what number fire the cannon's on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember some of the tournament complaining and you wrote this because I wrote a document trying to explain what's good against what. In the document I said, ants are weak against cannons, and they're like, well, ants aren't weak against cannons. Well, and the thing is, they are.
They just move very quickly.
It's just that, if you have enough ants, then they aren't. But, you need to have cannons. Toast and walls aren't going to stop them. They eat through those really fast, so...
And that shows the importance of teamwork, kids.
Yes.
Education! Do we get government funding for this now?
Why we get the government funding?
Because it's educational.
Yeah, it's educational, yeah. Flies
Yeah, ants can be peanut butter or jelly flavored.
Yep.
Yeah.
Toast is harder than bread, we all know that.
I actually read...
You know that crabs throw spoons?
Yes.
That's
at least in the future they will.
So Jay's building up banks again, and Josh is stuck on those cannons. I don't think that's going to pan out for him.
See, the cannons... Building a lot of cannons like that carefully, I don't think works. It's better to build things at choke points, the cannons and choke points.
Yeah.
And so that'd be on the left and right side of the stage. Or if we want to be proper, I guess it's 3 and 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I guess I should probably sell it
Yeah, the interesting thing is that if you get an enemy in front of that row of cannons, they're all going to face that one enemy, leaving the backside vulnerable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to spread out the cannons to have their radii not overlap.
But this is a very less aggressive game than the previous one, I guess, even though he's kind of rushing. But as you can tell, Josh's income is not that high.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to suffer from not building banks early on. He's got the right idea, though. Jay does not have great defenses on the sides, so he's going into poke at those and get her to focus back on her own jar instead of his.
And those bread... So the bread is weaker than the toast in most cases, and those were placed there on purpose. I think this might be it, actually. Or not!
That peanut butter jar is holding out.
Yeah.
Wow. There we go.
Wow.
See, that's why I was talking about the suspense.
Wow.
And
Student is surpassing the teacher.
yes. And Jay will progress on to the next round. Josh will go to loser's bracket. So he's not out yet, but hey, for our youngest players, they did pretty good. It kind of showed that, this game can work. This has an easy to learn, but there's a lot of mastery to discover.
Yeah, there's a very low skill floor. People of all ages and potential skill levels can enjoy this game. It's one of the great things about it.
We'll go on to the next match.